Introducing first, out of GF Team Ohio, Gutenberg Pereira.
Gutenberg Pereira, 2022 Brasileiro Absolute Champion. He competed at the 2022 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix, where he took second place, losing a razor-close match to Kaina Duarte. Gutenberg, a super dangerous competitor. Amazing submissions, always one of the top guys in any division he enters.
And his opponent, representing Gracie Baja, Paulo Merlin.
Gracie Baja's Paulo Merlin took third at the IBJJF World Championships in the Absolute Division this year. Also took third at the Pans. Been having a great rookie season as a black belt. He's only 22 years of age. Already had great results in competition. Gutenberg Pereira in the blue gi representing GF Team. Paulo Merlin representing Gracie Baja in the white gi.
Oh, Paulo with a beautiful guard pull. That was a great position to be in. You know, Gutenberg looked like he wanted to go for the takedown, but Paulo was able to immediately initiate the close guard and get a full lock on it.
Paulo trying to use that lapel grip to tie up Gutenberg's left arm. Gutenberg recognizes the danger.
Staying very busy on bottom already at the very start of the match.
Passes that lapel, underhooks the leg, grabs the lapel with his right hand. Tough position to deal with on top with this lapel grip. Saw this position quite a bit at the 2023 Worlds. Eric Muniz was using it quite a lot. A lot of other black belts were using it as well. Very difficult to deal with on top.
He's doing the right thing, though, keeping his base wide, mitigating the ability for Paulo to articulate his knee one way or the other. And look right there, you see him try to get his leg out. See if Paulo can turn this into a sweep, though.
Nice base by Gutenberg.
Man, look at the sprawl of Gutenberg breaking that grip away.
That was powerful. I was going to try to step over that foot, pin it between his legs. There he goes.
Paulo really is staying so busy on bottom. I mean, look, he's transitioning from guard to guard, now trying to turn this into a sweep. This is a lot of energy to expend on bottom as well. And now look at this deep head control by Gutenberg.
Gutenberg in a much better position, super deep crossface. Got his head over the far shoulder of Paulo Merlin, putting a lot of pressure on him. We got a pretty good angle right here, Jake, with Paulo Merlin's half guard. Gutenberg trying to free that left knee.
Yeah, and that lapel grip is really what's saving him from this head control guard pass right here. You see he's got the grip so deep, you can see it right there at that angle. All the way on the belt of Paulo Merlin.
Yeah, I don't think Gutenberg's going to want to give up this position. He's just got such great position with his head and with his crossface. He's going to want to keep this pressure. Doesn't look like Paulo Merlin's too comfortable here.
Well, there's no reason for Gutenberg to rush this position. I mean, he's got such a great spot. Paulo's head turned completely the other way. Now his head is fashioning as an underhook right here. And the more he can jack up that right elbow of Paulo Merlin, the less control Paulo's going to have. As you see right there, transitions to the underhook. This is beautiful stuff.
Gutenberg going to get his left knee on the floor, walking that arm up with his left arm. Three minutes into this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. Gutenberg on top in the blue gi representing GF Team. Paulo Merlin on bottom in the white gi representing Gracie Baja. Still no points or advantages on the board, but Gutenberg in a very, very solid position.
Definitely a lot of patience being exhibited out of Gutenberg Pereira on top.
Really walking that right arm of Paulo Merlin high, making it very uncomfortable, lots of pressure. We'll see if Gutenberg tries to free that left foot and get to the mount. There he goes. Gets his right instep on top of the thigh. He's going to try to pry that left leg out.
Paulo doing everything he can to just keep that leg from coming out. Score is technically still 0-0. Oh, transitioning into a knee cut.
Deep underhook for Gutenberg.
Oh, and look at the crossface by the right arm.
Isso, tira o calcanhar, o calcanhar. Arria mais um pouquinho, fura o calcanhar, isso aí, Guto.
Vou fazer a pegada na outra lapela aí, Paulo.
This is another position where Gutenberg really doesn't have to rush. He's in a great spot, has his left knee on the floor, underhook, good head position.
Transition that head position is going to be big in this spot because now it prevents Paulo from being able to look towards him and keep his legs secure. He's going to be twisting his body. And that's the last little bit that he needed to potentially get his foot out.
Yeah, his foot's almost free. One more kick with his right leg, and I think his foot's going to come out.
Oh, caught just by the toes.
There he goes. Gets his foot free. Pins Paulo Merlin to the floor. Gets his 3 points. Gutenberg Pereira opens up the scoreboard. In his first match at the IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix, he's up 3-0 over Paulo Merlin.
Little under the halfway point of the match.
Gutenberg looks like he might want to attack this far arm of Paulo Merlin. One thing I've noticed so far in this Grand Prix is once these guys get to dominant positions, it's hard to get them off. They're very comfortable in these pinning positions, and they have such great attacks from side control, from mount, from the back.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this. The pressure he's putting circling over to the side. I like to think that north-south is a great position to control because you're far away from the legs.
Yeah, it looks like he might be attacking this Kimura on this top arm, excuse me. Turns it into an arm bar.
This could be the beginning of the end for Paulo Merlin.
Gutenberg gets his elbow all the way on Paulo Merlin's wrist. This is going to give him a lot of leverage. Connects his hands in that gable grip position. Underhooks the leg now.
Paulo doing everything he can to stay in this match. It's a great spot for Gutenberg Pereira.
You can hear Gutenberg's coach is telling him to be patient. In an excellent spot to get the finish in this one. There's still 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Now he's starting to put some more pressure. Trying to break this grip.
But not exerting himself to where he loses this position, the specific position of the armbar either, which I think is very mature of him as a competitor, to not be willing to sell out so hard that you invite pressure on top, but you stay in this very tight armbar position.
Yeah, that really shows Gutenberg's experience. He's actually one of the most experienced black belts in the Grand Prix, and he's really showing that poise and that experience so far. 3 minutes left now in this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. Gutenberg Pereira leading 3-0 over Paulo Merlin. He's in a great position to get the submission here in this armbar.
Oh, and a big kick trying to get out by surprise.
Gutenberg was ready for it. Adjusted his position. Now he's adjusting his arm position too.
This says a lot about the upper body strength as well of Paulo Merlin to be able to withstand this for as long as he has.
Yeah, this is not a comfortable position to be in. Lots of pressure, lots of torque on the arm. Does a good job getting up to his knees. See if Gutenberg tries to stick with this armbar. Has a comfortable lead, up 3-0. Switches back to the close guard. Great defense by Paulo Merlin of Gracie Baja. Wow. That was impressive, Jake.
That was absolutely impressive. He looked dead to rights for well over a few minutes there. Been in a tough spot, now back in neutral.
One minute, 47 seconds left in this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. Gutenberg Pereira leading 3-0 over Paulo Merlin.
Paulo does not have a lot of time to waste in this closed guard.
Paulo, similar to Stefan Banta, a new black belt, was promoted in December 2022. Been a black belt less than a year. Has already had great results. 2 bronze medals, 1 at the Worlds, 1 at the Pans, and major championships. Gutenberg Pereira is a veteran, though.
And Gutenberg staying active as well, really trying to put this away. And look at that, arm was fully extended for just a second.
Yeah, that was a nice little sweep attack. Almost got an attack on the arm there. Gutenberg's got a great guard and moves extremely well for someone his size, which is a common theme between these absolute GP competitors. Less than a minute left.
Tá só 3 pontos na frente, Paulo. Bora. A passagem, bora.
Oh, and look at that.
Beautiful sweep by Gutenberg.
A violent kick on the leg by Gutenberg to open up that sweep.
Scores another 2 points. He is up 5-0 with less than 30 seconds left.
Combate.
Aí. Vai, cobrando. Você é alto, não tem como ele desequilibrar, não.
Paulo Merlin using that lapel grip to wrap Gutenberg up. But he's only got 10 seconds left. He's got to make something happen. Gutenberg up 5-0. Scored a guard pass and a sweep in this match. Looked very dominant, showed a lot of composure and a lot of poise to get this victory.
And very impressive stuff out of Gutenberg Pereira.
He's gonna face Nicholas Marigali next, which is being amazing.
That is a great match. Let's look at this replay, Danny.
Gutenberg Pereira putting the pressure on Paulo Merlin. Gets to the side control position. Nearly had an armbar. Here's the sweep he hit late in the match to go up 5-0.
Yeah, and you know, Paulo Merlin showed such a great effort the whole time, fighting as hard as he could, even withstanding that armbar for a very long portion of the match, but it was just too much.
Hello? Oh. And your winner out of GF Team, Gutenberg